Hi, my name is Watson Williams, and today is April 17th, 2017. Today, I was watching Alex Jones, and it was a replay of the Easter broadcast from yesterday, which was itself a recording because he took the day off yesterday too, from what I understand. But he gave a brilliant monologue that I heard this replayed this morning, and it prompted me or inspired me into action, which is why I'm making this video. He was talking about he made several points, and I can elaborate on pretty much everything that he said, or add to it, or at least contribute to the conversation in one way or another. For example, he first let me try and clarify the monologue to which I'm referring. It's the one where he says, you won't find this in a book anywhere. This just comes from me, like from my heart or my soul, whatever he said. And so I have some points off here to the side. I'm trying to be teleprompter free, but I have some notes here. So, he talked about how we ascend to higher levels on our journey of God realizing himself, and how God could destroy the lesser worlds, but he doesn't, because that would like cancel out the test. Like, you wouldn't have any testing of humanity and of the self if you just woke up into a perfect world, and you wouldn't have earned it. And I totally understood what he was saying there, like, for myself. I mean, and he said that you're not going to find what he was saying written down in a book anywhere, but which it's true, but only because I haven't published anything. So he says like that like the levels get harder and harder as you, because he was talking about like humanity evolving to the next level and like waking up and realizing that they were on a whole new level basically. And, but it gets harder and harder, and I fully understand that, or not fully, but, I mean, I'm not like trying to steal the torch or anything, but, I read, Ray Kurzweil's The Singularity is Near several years ago, and it struck me that, it wasn't that he was wrong, about like an eventual cascade of development, but that it was occurring too quickly in the model that they use, which is basically exponential. And I use the logistic function to model human development, and the logistic function is a modification of your basic exponential function that was initially used to model the growth rate of bacteria. But the crucial point to note in that, in the logistic function, the difference is that it doesn't just it doesn't just increase to infinity. You assume a maximum amount of knowledge, and I have a video on that, that you can search, that you can look for. It's called something like the rate of human development or growth. You can just go to my channel and look it up. But, it's, cause I don't have all the names of my videos memorized, but, and this is fairly impromptu. That's a detail that I haven't, I can put the name of that video in the comments, because, I have a couple of other videos that I'm going to reference I think, such as, let's see, yeah, do a bit of time. So, yeah, like he briefly mentions, how, like, the test, the like, humanity, like, we're all God rising up through the, like, each level of the test getting progressively more and more difficult, but that it happens, like, over and over again. It's like just a continual self-realization. I have an argument called the conditional proof, which is very closely related, pretty much like the bare bones math of it is, like, identical with the Borel-Cantelli second lemma, the, in probability theory. And I have a video, I have actually a handful of videos on the conditional proof, I think. But, it's just basically in words, it's like, if there's a multiverse, and this inverts the anthropic principle, which tries to counteract the, intelligent design argument. But if you allow that there's a multiverse and just one configuration within that framework that allows for, God or divine beings to evolve from within that universe, again, with sufficient conditions, then across infinity, with every universe, every configuration having been rolled an infinite number of times, you basically just get, like, an infinite number of cases where the divine compatible configuration manifested, and again where it failed to manifest. And I remember him talking about manifesting as, like, not a magical term, like it's just, the good work that we're doing, and it's all up to us to bring God and perfection about, and, like, everybody plays their own role, but happening, yeah, like, Christ, again, this was the Easter broadcast, so it's got to have something to do with Christianity, right? So, and I would encourage you to buy the products on InfoWars. Like, I bought the Brain Force, but I bought it like during the presidential campaign. I bought it whenever it was just $17.76. I think that's, like, the cheapest I've ever seen it for. But now they have the Brain Force Plus, and I want to order some, but I just don't have the money right now, so I'm gonna have to defer to a later date. But so when he says Christ is coming, like, Christ came down to our level, and even, I love how he said, like, even if the story isn't true, like, even if Jesus wasn't the Son of God, like, it still fits an archetypal example that you can look up to, that is the perfected being, like the Son aspect, coming back in time, or, like, over into our little, like, corrupted world, and saying, this is how you're supposed to live. And it can branch off into arguments against the problem of evil, because like I have in this other video, refuting the problem of evil, because if you assume that God it has experienced, not just, like, in Jesus, but just, like, through the property of omnipresence, because he would be, you could argue that God, through his omnipresence, like, experiences everything. Like, he's not just like a voyeur observing everything. He's like, it's like a first person as well, where he's, going through everything that we go through. But he's invincible, so it doesn't hurt him. But, it's just, like, what if? But, that's just what I like to think about, and that's one of the main reasons that I listen to Alex Jones. Not only is he's so animated and captivated and informed, but he will go off into these spiels where it's like, I know what you're talking about, and then he'll say cryptic stuff like, where people are like referring to his own knowledge and just being like, how do you know so much? And it's just like, well, you have to figure things out for yourself. And even here recently during, not Muammar Gaddafi, but, Bashar al-Assad or whatever, like the false flag attack, like, for a couple of days, like, he didn't even know what to think. I mean, because we're all human, and it takes us a while to really, like, digest information and to figure stuff out. But at least he was, like, sort of, like, not making a judgment. But, I mean, I personally am still completely behind Donald Trump, like, my president, like, I want to see the wall built. And, but my area of expertise is more in the region of, like, philosophy. I mean, you can see my degree over there behind me. It's, my, philosophy degree. But, I have some ideas in philosophy and physics, and I have video and math too, and I have videos uploaded on those subjects. I also like to play with the Rubik's Cube. I can solve it in about 20 seconds, sometimes under, but I've yet to get a video of me with it under 20 seconds, but I'm going to try for that soon. I referenced in the last video that I uploaded about my trademark that that I have. It has to do with my time equilibrium theory, and I want to trademark a design, but I'm having trouble getting it like a digital version of it. It's like a geometric design, but anyway, that's enough rambling stream of consciousness for now. I think that basically covers the points that I wanted to make. And again, watch Alex Jones, because he knows what he's talking about. He doesn't know everything. I don't know everything, and nobody does. But if you want to, like, be informed and challenge yourself, like, he has a lot of really good guests, and the zeitgeist is with the InfoWar, and also with Michael Savage to a large extent. I grew up and like, not grew up, but like, I guess, like, went from adolescence to adulthood, like, realizing that I was conservative, or at least, like, not a psychotic liberal, by listening to people like Michael Savage. And so that's, but you can't, like, paint with too broad of a brush, and everybody's different. But here we are on April 17th, and this is Watson Williams signing off. And whoever sees this, thank you for watching the whole way through, and please subscribe, reach out to me, give me a job, give me your life savings, and thank you. Just kidding, come on.